What's happening, Race family? Welcome back to another video. I hope you all are having an amazing day. I wanted to start this video off by thanking each and every one of you guys for all the love and support. Over the last 2 weeks alone, the channel has gained over 3,000 new subscribers. So thank you guys very much. I take it you're enjoying the content, and the content's only going to continue to get better and better, especially once my Supra's back on the road. I got a lot of really cool video ideas for once the car's back out, so stay tuned for all of that. I also wanted to remind you guys, we're still taking orders on the OG Baltic Supra Racing subscriber t-shirts. There'll be a link down in the description, but only through the month of January. And once they're gone, they're gone. And now let's talk about today's video. Alright family, to no surprise, in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the 2020 Supra. Now, if your YouTube newsfeed is anything like mine, it's probably already filled with videos on this new Supra. However, I've seen lots of them, and they're all from some nerdy guy or girl auto reviewer. These people have never owned a Supra, or even raced a car for that matter, so their opinion to me is worthless. Tomorrow, my wife, daughter, and I leave for the Detroit Auto Show, where we finally get to see the car in person. We're gonna be there on the very first day that it opens to the public. So far, only media has had access to the car. Now, for this video, I say we all go back to Monday around 9:30 in the morning or so, when lots of us tuned in to watch the live reveal video just to find out from Mr. Toyota himself that this new Supra was not just gonna be fun to drive, but also totally lit. Guy. Oh boy, where do I start? I feel like till that point, all the diehard Supra enthusiasts, and I would consider myself one of those guys, we all still had hope, right? We were in denial of all the leaked information, all the rumored information on the car, and we were all hopeful that it could be more than what we were told to expect. All right, guys, let's watch the reveal video from the beginning, starting with the intro when Mr. Toyota himself drives the new Toyota Supra onto the stage. Now, I don't know how to mirror what I'm looking at onto my video, so we'll do it the old school way. I'm gonna pick up the camera and point it at the screen. Here we go. All right, guys, listen to the crowd. No one is excited about seeing this car, and that's probably because they leaked it 1,000 times before the reveal.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President and CEO of the Toyota Motor Corporation, Akio Toyoda.
It's a sharp-looking car.
I like it there so much, I almost didn't get out.
Crickets.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to see you again and to introduce you to one of my closest friends, the new Toyota Supra.
Crickets again. He has to ask people to applaud. Total silence.
Also known as the worst kept secret in the industries.
Who are you telling? All right, and here's the next part that was heard worldwide.
And as a result, I can honestly say that this new Supra is not just fun to drive. It's totally lit.
Oh boy. Silence.
According to
Crickets.
my son, this means amazing or super excellent.
All right, guys, during this part of the video here, we find out two very important things. One, that the new Supra is only a two-seater, and two, the horsepower that it's gonna bring. Check it out for yourself.
The cockpit is all business. The single-meter HD instrumentation allows for vehicle monitoring at a glance. The 3-liter twin-scroll turbocharged inline-6 produces 335 horsepower and 365 pound-feet of torque.
All right, let's just stop it right there. All right, we're gonna talk about both those two things, but for starters, I wanna start by talking about the horsepower, all 335 of them. During the weeks leading up to this big reveal, the Supra was rumored to be coming with 385 horsepower, and I and a bunch of other Supra owners were already upset. So when we heard 335 horsepower on Monday, I personally almost threw up. That's how upset I was. Now listen, I know you can have some fun with 335 horsepower, and I also am aware that with simple bolt-ons and a tune, the car can pick up from 100 to, call it 200 horsepower. I get that. But as a Supra owner, I just hold the Supra name so high. To me, a Supra has always been kind of like a childhood superhero, if that was a thing. In the 90s, when the Mark IV Supra came out, it was a car that can compete with just about all the other sports cars that were out at the time. Something that I can't see this 2020 Supra being able to do with just 335 horsepower. Until today, the 4th generation Supra is a car that's recognized worldwide and respected amongst all car enthusiasts. I got buddies of mine that would never get caught dead driving an import, and even those guys have the utmost respect for that 4th generation Supra. All right, so speaking for the Supra community, right? I've taken some time to speak to buddies of mine that own the Mark IV Supra, the 3rd generation Supra, or friends that are just car enthusiasts in general. And let me stop myself there really quickly and just say that I'm aware that no matter what car any car manufacturer puts out, people are going to critique it. People are going to find something wrong with it. People are going to complain. They're going to be unhappy. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. And I get it, right? But like I mentioned earlier, it's just the Supra name is held so high that even if Toyota would have put out a car that would have been expensive, something that our finances couldn't afford right this second, we would have all just been so proud of just seeing the car compete against other supercars or other top sports cars. So just seeing it come out with 335 horsepower at first was a lot to swallow. It was very hard to understand. But now that I've had some time to think about it, I'm coming around. I understand why Toyota went the way that they did. If they would have designed an engine from scratch and not partnered with the BMW and made it 600 horsepower, right, to compete with the GTR or 500 some horsepower, the price of the car would have been 100 grand and beyond, kind of like what the GTR is. And therefore would have been unaffordable to the masses, which is not what Toyota's model is all about. It's not what Toyota stands for, or what their line of business is about. Toyota likes selling volume. They like selling units, selling as many cars as possible. So the fact that they went the route that they went, partnering with BMW to keep manufacturing costs down, to be able to sell the car at an affordable cost to where now lots of more people can afford it, I get it. I'm understanding why they didn't build this supercar that we would have loved, right? However, answer this for me. If that's Toyota's motive, right? If that's why they went the direction in which they went, well, then why the heck did they take out the back seats? So earlier I told you guys I wanted to talk about both those things, the power and the back seats, or the power and the fact that it's a two-seater car. If what they're trying to do is make it affordable to sell as many units as possible, you don't think by having some back seats in it, it's gonna increase the number of people you can sell to? So anyone that's got small kids, like for example, my Supra's got back seats, the 4th generation Supra, they're tiny. You couldn't fit a full-size adult back there. I've owned a GTR and that had back seats. They weren't very spacious. They're not great for full-size adults, but for someone who's got kids like myself, very practical. So if Toyota indeed built this car to sell to the masses and make it affordable to sell as many units as possible, I just don't quite understand why they turned it into a two-seater car. Even an FRS had back seats. A Scion TC was small as well, and that had back seats. So I don't quite understand that, but maybe with time we will. But for now, you're kind of up to date on how I was feeling as I was watching this. Even throughout all this and throughout all the disappointments that I had experienced till this point in the video, I'm not gonna lie, I still had a little bit of hope that towards the end of the video, he was gonna show a superior Supra, which is gonna be the top dog. That maybe these are just kind of like the entry levels. So I'm here on the edge of my seat still watching, and let's close out the video together. I'll show you guys. So this part here of the video is towards the end of the big reveal video. And like I said a second ago, I was still kind of hopeful that there'll be another Supra that he would bring out. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, they say all good things come to those who wait, even a really long time. And now, finally, the next chapter in the story can begin.
I was thinking right here, he was gonna pull out a 3rd Supra, park it right in the center, and it was gonna be a more powerful Supra, a wide body, something just really cool. Again, with a higher price sticker, but just something that can compete with the GTRs and the other cool sports cars we have out in today's world. But nope, finishes right there.
Today, the legend has returned. Supra is back. Better than ever.
Better than
Thank
ever,
you
he
very
says.
much. Thank you.
Oh boy. All right, guys, so the new Supra is back and better than ever, like he says. I'm aware that with a few bolt-ons, the car is really gonna wake up, I bet. It'll definitely pick up another 100 to 150 horsepower, which isn't gonna be bad power, but it would have been great if it would have been a 500 horsepower car. And then with another 150 with bolt-ons, it would have been a 650 car. kind of like my GTR. When I had a 2015 Nissan GTR. That car came with 545, converted it to E85, full exhaust, intake, a good tune, and the car was probably around 700 crank. So it picked up about 150. But this car will probably do the same, but when you're starting from 335, picking up 150, you're still at a lack of power. So had it came with 500, 550, like what the GTR brings, doing those bolt-ons would have made it a really fun car, rear-wheel drive. The good thing about the car is that they kept the weight low, which is great. That's the one good thing going for it, because every other sports car in today's world is really gotten heavy. The Hellcats are extremely heavy. The GTRs are heavy cars. Even the new Coyotes, the new Mustangs are heavy cars. The Camaros are heavy cars. So most of the sports cars that are out there now are up there in weight. So the fact that this is a low weight car is cool. So anyhow, I'm gonna go see the car on Saturday. I'll be there first thing Saturday morning. For those of you that are attending the 2019 Detroit Auto Show, if you guys see us and recognize us, we would love to say hello. If you guys aren't attending the show, you can also choose to follow our YouTube channel for some updates. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Later, guys.